It's no fun when mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slinging pussy, right?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now
That was horrible.
now we're going to court war, right?
Yeah, our DC mayor did a little bit of crack. Oh, okay. This nigga y'all got going on is absurd.
He was like, so then why didn't you tell your girl that you were going to get her a house and do all these other things? And he said verbatim, quote, man, that ain't lying. That's game, man. You know what you have to tell the whole man. Like and I laughed for 15 minutes because he's absolutely correct.
Who are claiming that they had access to our mother and that this is her book. As soon as I saw that, I was like, that just makes me think it's her book more. That makes me think it's her book more. And I think that Diddy told y'all to make this statement. Because I think y'all is still under his thumb for real. What the fuck else do you want me to do?
But we got to be honest, though. That's not on code a little bit. Like, that's not kind of how you would think a sister would
But
act
I don't
in
think
that.
Issa views Amanda as a sister.
You know what else was crazy? Because this governor of the state who could have one word, one statement, and this would have been gone. We wouldn't have to worry about it. He pardoned a Kansas City Chiefs assistant coach for a DUI where he completely changed an 8-year-old girl's life. This girl is no longer going to be the same. Brain damage, physical body damage. He pardoned him.
When did you eyeball this? Did you just like walk? Is Jerry, he's just walking into the...
Jerry been the owner of the Cowboys.
He's just walking into the locker rooms after the games just like...
Your whole life is revolved around talking about other people's lives.
What the fuck do you think your ass is doing on that podcast now?
This podcast is sponsored by Graffiti Tax Services. For all your tax preparation needs, you can go to graffititax.com. We're going to put the link right here. It should be somewhere. And yeah, you can head to them for during tax season. And if you have any financial or tax preparation questions, head to Graffiti Tax Services. They're our new sponsor. Thank you to Graffiti Tax Preparation Services. That's it.
All right, so we've had an assault at our home. I'm just coming to break it in here just as quick, man. I just want to start the show with this because we have been attacked. Okay, this is a Haitian home that we stay in, and I believe someone attacked us, a Trumper. I'm just going to put that out. No, we're starting it off just like this. Because the other day, last week, all right, I'm sitting out chilling on the porch, and her mom calls me and tells me, hey, like, there's a dog in the yard. I say, what? We don't have a dog. So I go around, mind you, I've been home probably for like 2 or 3 hours now.
Mm-hmm.
I walk around to the other side of the house because where I park at, I don't really see over there. So I walk around to the other side of the house. There is a dog tied up on a post. A white... Would you call emaciated?
Yeah, super skinny.
Super small white dog. I'm going to probably put it on the screen.
Very dirty.
I'm going to put it on the screen for y'all just to see what it looked like because I took a picture. But someone came and tied it around the post. That's what it looks like. When I came and see it was a big old wire, leash around it, tied around the post. So this is what I'm thinking here. Some Trump supporters or some Trump affiliates came to this Haitian home and placed the dog in our yard to incriminate us.
Oh my God.
They were trying to make us look like dog eaters.
That's a good excuse for your fucking betrayal.
It was not
because what actually happened is when I got home, him and my mom were all like, "Oh, guess what happened today? It would have went completely different if you were here." With y'all dumb asses, both of y'all. And they told me that they just untied the dog and just let it go. Like, regardless of if you want a dog or not, you don't just shoo the dog away. I was like, you should have called fucking Humane Society. You should have fed the dog. You didn't even think to feed the fucking dog, you goddamn monsters. I went to work and I told my coworkers that story. And I was like, maybe this is something that I shouldn't have told because all of their reactions were so, like, they were all appalled and taken aback. And I was like, oh, wow, I just made my husband and mother look like monsters.
We're not monsters.
Y'all are monsters.
Somebody tried to frame us.
And then my manager was like, you know what? I'm going to let your mom have it. But that's fucked up that your husband did that. And everyone was like, yeah, that's real fucked up. And I look crazy because I married a fucking monster and I also came from a monster.
That's not what happened. Someone tried to did you phrase this and what was going on? This was an attack against us. Somebody tried to put a dog in our yard because of what they're saying about the Haitian people. They're trying to act like the reason we let it go, honestly, because we didn't want nobody thinking that we were trying to cook it up.
You should have fucking gave the dog some food.
No. We're not getting, the dog is an animal. We can find food on its own.
I don't like this angle that you taking. You just betrayed me.
No, it was not a betrayal because honestly, I do
That's
feel
exactly
like if
what
you
it
were
was.
home, this dog would be in the house now.
It would be our dog.
Yeah, it was basically, and that's the one part I did feel bad about because it's like she always talks about wanting a little dog.
And there was literally one in our driveway, and instead of you thinking about how happy that would make me, you were like, oh, fuck this and fuck this dog, and we're just gonna send it off into the street to get hit by a car and die of starvation.
That's not why I thought the dog was there. I thought the dog was there because people were trying to assassinate our character. I'm not going to say
that was a dumbass thought. That was a stupid thought.
This is in the height of it. This is
stupid
a couple
ass
weeks
fucking
after
thought.
they're eating the pets, and then now we have a pet in our yard that's not ours.
Dumbass.
Do you know how crazy that looks?
Do you know how crazy you sound?
No, I'm for real. You trying to call me Jesse Smollett now?
Yes.
Well, that's crazy. No.
That's exactly what
the
you
noose
are.
was around the dog. The dog was in the yard. They tried to assassinate the character of this Haitian family here. And I'm not going to be here for
Acting
it.
like we got a Haitian flag in the yard. Like,
but y'all got them in the cars. People be watching, yo. People be watching. They be hating.
both of my loved ones stabbed me in the back, and I could have a cute little puppy that I would be loving on and nursing back to health.
Man, that shit could have had Lyme disease.
I would have took the dog to the vet.
I'm just saying, but still, just being in the house or anything, that shit could have had Lyme disease. Then you would have put it in my office. I don't want it around none of my stuff.
The dog wouldn't have been in your
I didn't ask for the pup.
Are you tired of paying a lot of money for your vacation? My name is Shirley Proctor, and I am a partner with Tavodian, a traveling membership group. I can help you save time, money, help you and your loved ones see the world.
All right, you are now listening to Talk FNF TV. I'm your host, Absurd Rhetoric, and I'm with my lovely and amazing and gorgeous co-host, Miss Reality.
Hi, guys.
And it looked like it was going to be a dark week this week. We thought we was going to have some poor subjects to happen.
Yeah, but in the last minute, you know,
literally, like we've already set up, we're sitting down, and they just
decided to do a quick check. New York came through for your niggas.
Big time.
Yeah.
So, let's get to the top more important things, and then we'll get to the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Eric Adams has been indicted.
We got him.
We got him.
Yes. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking put this nigga in jail. Usually, you know what? I have rooted for a lot of black men to be locked up on this show. But,
You have.
But you niggas be doing nonsense.
But the thing here is like, we don't know the charges. Like, that's the fucked up. All these charges are sealed.
It's okay. Throw him away.
All right, so let's let the people at least get an understanding of what's going on. So Eric Adams has been indicted on federal charges, federal criminal charges, mind you. According to people with knowledge of the matter, he will also be the first mayor in New York City history, to be charged while in office.
Yeah,
that's
because he is the worst, one of the worst mayors.
They already got AOC saying he need to step down.
If he's indicted on criminal charges, yes, you need to step the fuck down.
That's nuts.
Like, do not take a page out of Trump's book. Step down.
Oh no, he gonna try to trump this out. So they said federal authorities seized his electronics last November, just days after they searched his Brooklyn home of his chief fundraiser. So they're literally like trying to figure out either some money has been put somewhere where it shouldn't have been, because that's what it looks like.
There's probably a lot of shadiness going on and like corruption going on with him, because what he's been doing in New York City hasn't been making any sense.
They said the commissioner, the police commissioner, and the school chancellor has resigned because they were also had items seized and stuff by the federal government. Like, so this is getting insane. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this has nothing to do related to Diddy. But the timing is sick.
The timing is sick because the diddler and the mayor being at Rikers together, crazy. Absolutely
Well, Diddy's
insane.
not at Rikers right now.
I know, but I just like
Actually, Diddy right now sitting with the banker guy, the Friedman banker guy that got who stole a bunch of people money from like the Bitcoin and shit. He's in the same prison he's at, or the same jail he's at.
Okay.
Right now, so I don't know if they're like roommates or not, but I know most of them are in the same.
Probably
sector.
not.
They're like in the same like place where you have like
Same cell block.
popular people at. Like basically, like have high profile people. You keep them away from everybody else because you don't want them in gym pop.
Yeah.
So he's probably like that. So he's probably like the other police officers.
If
and shit.
I'm a nigga who been in jail for like 15, 17 years and I'm already doing prison shit, you know, and Diddy come in, I'm taking that booty as a trophy. I'm telling that story.
Diddy giving it up off the muscle. He wanted to give it to you.
I know, regardless.
Or he might take it. But let's stay on air. Let's stay on air. So they said several federal corruption investigations have reached top people around Mr. Adams, with the highest ranking officials in the administration coming under scrutiny. So like this is something serious. I don't know. They said that all the charges have been sealed. They are not releasing it at this time. But
they'll release them sooner than later.
It has to be something about money going somewhere that it shouldn't have been. Like that's what it sounds more than like just from the information that the fact that he's
taking bribes for things,
something like that, or he's been been on some other type of corruption type shit. I know that I feel like the New Yorkers that I know wanted to be some shit to do with immigrants. I don't think it probably is. If it is, it's probably him misusing federal funds. Which, like I said, this definitely has to go back to the money because he just comes off like a swindler.
He comes off very scammy.
Like just from ever since I seen him get elected, I was like, oh yeah, this guy feels like he's gonna take my money. He's definitely gonna try to. He's definitely gonna try to put like some poison in my water.
Eric Adams be like giving speeches in front of cameras 1 minute and then at the club the same night. Like,
what kind of police commissioner was he? Like that's what I need to know now.
I don't know what. Yeah, we should have looked into that.
Because like, if you was in the club now, I bet he was always putting himself on those J2s to try to make sure he was always in the club. Probably always around the celebrities. That's probably why he got so popular. But man, this is just wild. Like just to see all the stuff he said that he was going to try to clean up New York and all this other stuff with the crime, and for you to now get federal charges after being the clean up crime guy. This is worse than what happened when I was growing up with Marion Barry. Yeah, our the DC mayor did a little bit of crack. Oh, okay. This nigga y'all got going on is absurd.
Not a little bit of crack.
Yeah, Marion Barry did a little bit of crack. And we voted him back. So I mean, shit. Like he kept it real.
I wonder where his career went after that.
I mean, like I say, they voted him back. But he was. I think he passed away now. He was beloved in the city.
Wow.
Man, you've never heard of Marion Barry in DC?
No, but like, I feel like low key, I would trust a mayor that does crack.
They are saying that the governor of New York has the ability to remove him from office if she wants to. So like, it just seems like everybody
remove him.
Like that's what it seems like is going to end up happening. He's probably gonna have to step down sometime next week. They're probably gonna give him the weekend to get a formal resignation, together, and then peace. We out.
Yeah.
Oh,
get him the fuck out of here.
New York has had a history of shitty mayors, though.
Yeah.
Like that's like probably one of the most corrupt positions in like the country.
There's a lot of money in the state.
In just that one little area.
Yeah.
So it's just
and it's a very powerful. It's a powerful state.
I mean, they've made TV shows and stuff about it. So,
yeah, culture wise. So
I hate that had to be the brother though, but it does seem like we're under attack as black men. I'm not saying like they're purposely trying to take down black men, but I'm just saying it just seems they are moving with less reckless abandon when it comes to us. They really don't mind throwing a book at the niggas in these situations. That's always
been the case. Yeah, I'm
just saying, man.
This isn't a new thing. They've been throwing a book at you niggas forever. Since the book has been invented. They invented the book to throw at you niggas specifically. Like
do we think he's gonna do a Wolf of Wall Street and just be like, nah, I'm staying. Fuck it. I mean, I'm here.
Probably because he's flagrant as fuck.
Like, that would be nuts if he did some like star shit and like locked himself into the mayor's office. It was like, I'm not going out unless y'all pull me.
Yeah.
Over my dead body.
Eric Adams is not gonna go out quietly. I don't think that's not.
But he don't have the police on his side, so it's not even like he can.
That's just his personality. Don't give. I'm just gonna quietly sneak out the back door.
Like, no, I'm just saying,
he's gonna burn down the house and run out the front.
I'm just saying, how you the old police commissioner become the mayor and then the police don't even like you? and you've been giving them nothing but boatloads of money and letting them kill people in the in the stations, like in the bus stations and shit, with impunity.
And I couldn't put my finger on it because NYPD doesn't have a good relationship with the people of New York City, with New York. And Eric Adams has nothing to do with that. So I don't know why they don't like him.
It's been insane, man. But no, I mean, so we're going to definitely keep our eye on this story.
I want those charges to be unsealed, and I want to know what he did because they unsealed Diddy's shits like 2 days after he got charged.
Yeah, but I mean, this is not as I guess you can say like be able to not compromise. I'm trying to think. This is more so when it's like political.
More sensitive.
Yeah, it's more sensitive. It might have to be more classified, but generally though, they are forthcoming.
I just feel like if it's political, then we have the right to know as the public.
Yeah.
More so than we have the right to know about fucking Diddy's business. Mm-hmm. Like, I want to know what Eric Adams was doing as mayor of New York, why he's been indicted.
Yeah, I think as of right now, just because he's still in position, that's probably why. But I think once he resigns, then they'll probably release all the information. It'll be like a floodgate.
Yeah, hopefully he resigns sooner than later.
Eric Adams responded.
Oh, what he said? Yeah, let's play that shit.
My fellow New Yorkers, it is now my belief that the federal government intends to charge me with crimes.
That I did.
If so, these charges will be entirely false, based on lies. But they would not be surprising. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target. And a target I became. For months, leaks and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. Just this past week, they searched the home of our new police commissioner, looking for documents from 20 years ago, just 1 week after he joined my administration. Enough. I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit. If I'm charged, I know I am innocent. I will request an immediate trials so the New Yorkers can hear the truth. New Yorkers know my story. They know where I come from. I have been fighting injustice my entire life. That fight has continued as your mayor. Despite our pleas, when the federal government did nothing as its broken immigration policies overloaded our shelter system with no relief, I put the people of New York before party and politics.
I was looking up.
No, remember I said they're gonna try to bring the immigrants up in this somewhere, and you did that right at the end.
Yeah, I saw something that said that he stood up against immigrant something, and that the Democrats are like turning against him now that he's not falling in line with their view.
Yeah, like I said, he just been trying to do some bullshit, and they got his ass.
But this New York Post article suggests that there's no chance that Governor Kathy Hochul would make the move to have him taken, like make him resign.
Yeah, they're gonna have to ask him, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this. Man, we've been keeping tabs on this for a while now with Cardi B and Offset.
Yeah,
we've had our little opinions and do your little thing.
If you're a listener of this show, like you know that I have been calling and manifesting for Cardi to cheat back for at least every time that we've brought them up. I'm like, bitch, cheat back. Like, what is good with you? And before we started the show, I went on Twitter. I see Cardi and Offset trending. I click on it, and Cardi was. Go ahead, play the clip. Play the clip so we can give you guys some context.
This is some wild stuff.
Should be happy. You know what should be you know what you should be happy? You should be happy that I'm a real gangster ass bitch. At the end of the day, I'm a real gangster ass bitch, and I'm a solid bitch. So one thing I'm not gonna do to you ever is entertaining them, your ops that be in my DMs trying to suck my pussy. I will never do that because the op to you is a nigga that wants you dead. And I don't want you dead because my kids love the fuck out of you. out of you. My kids love you down. So I will never do that. And I really follow street codes. I will never be a lame ass bitch that fuck with a nigga op just to get back. No, nigga, I don't have to do that shit. I just gotta fuck a nigga that's better than you. However, I don't give a fuck. You can expose whatever the fuck you want to expose, nigga. I expose it myself. Fuck it out of here. I told you when the Libra start Libraing, we really don't give a fuck. Now, goodbye.
Now, see, it would have been good if it just ended there.
It would have not been good because she didn't go in enough. Play the next clip.
No, because like this
where
is
she
where
got
it gets,
her shit off for real.
This is where it gets bad.
This is where she really started getting her shit off for real.
This is when it gets bad though, because
I'm so passionate about
this. You want
this.
to threat me with taking shit that I fucking work my ass off for? You want to play those games with me? We're going to play them games too. Since you want to fucking threat me, talking about you want to take my shit? You want to take my shit because I'm moving on? Move on. Why can't you move on? It's no fun when mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slanging pussy, right?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now
that was horrible.
Now we're going to court war, right? And I told you.
She finally do a little bit of cheating, and now you want to go to the court.
Offset, take everything from her.
She finally do a little bit of cheating, get a little piece of dick on the side, and now you want to take her to court.
There's no little piece. Like all of this is vile behavior.
This nigga has cheated on her over and over and over publicly. I'm so glad you cheated on this man back. You should have fucked Quavo.
Nope. See, look, you trying to get niggas annihilated. Like, look at here. This is not something we should be promoting here. This shit is horrible.
Your kids should be calling him Uncle Daddy.
Yes, Offset has had his flaws and he has made his errors and he's fought his demons. I'm not going to say he hasn't. But in the same token, he don't deserve that. No man deserves what that just happened.
You need to make a song about how good the side nigga dick is.
That's disgusting.
Make a song about that. Run it back with Meg.
No, we don't need none of that.
I love this.
I
really do. Throw the pussy. I was so upset because I was like, why is Cardi just sitting here letting Offset cheat on her like she not from the Bronx? I was like, show this nigga where you from. You was just drugging and robbing niggas a couple years ago, and now you getting cheated on? Excuse me, ma'am? Who are you? Belcalis, is that your name? Look up Cardi B's name. Ma'am. No. Cheat on this nigga more. Do it more. Cheat a couple more times. Get caught. Call the paparazzi while you walking out of the hotel with your hair, with your lace lifted. I want the lace lifted. I want a little bit of your nipple out. I want you to look like you just got fucked.
It used to be
and then call the paparazzi and get caught.
It used to be a time.
A little bit of cum right here.
That's disgusting.
I'm kidding.
This used to be a time as a man that you could do what you had to do. You took care of your family. You provided. And if you got a little extra scratch on the side, it just is what it was. And like that didn't give her the right to step out. Like this don't give you the right. Just because I fall don't mean you fall too.
Nah, we falling.
We can't be no stumbling ass niggas. Like what does that mean?
We fall down.
No, nigga, not we, nigga.
Then we get up.
Somebody has to be a statue, a statuesque.
You didn't hear the song. It said we.
That's in relation to your heavenly father, not in this relationship, okay?
Fall on the dick.
You see, this is disgusting. Now, when Offset go crazy, I don't want to hear, oh, he overreacting. Oh, that's that bull. When he spaz out, I don't want to hear that. When he go on the internet, he not just telling y'all niggas y'all won anymore. And he telling y'all niggas some shit that's going to hurt y'all feelings. Because this nigga was in the live. This nigga said you was getting dick while the baby was in you. That's crazy.
Period. Your daughter.
Was
it a boy or a girl that she just had?
Okay, I can understand. I was a nasty young nigga back in my day too. I jumped in some shit that had something that wasn't mine in there.
You be horny during the pregnancy.
But I'm saying
if the nigga that got me pregnant is out cheating rampantly, I'm gonna get dick from wherever the fuck I want to get it from.
No, you don't.
Period.
You gonna just devile, like that's disgusting.
And then
you're gonna deflower yourself.
And then when the baby's born, I'm gonna leave the baby with the nanny, and I'm gonna go get some more dick.
The baby probably gonna look like the other nigga because you being nasty.
I hope he does. I hope the baby does look like the other nigga.
That's disgusting.
I hope the baby not his.
See, that's horrible.
I hope that's Quavo baby.
See, why are you wanting this nigga to crash out on this woman? Because it don't end well for Cardi.
She already crashed out. You remember? It's a whole court case of her crashing out.
You don't think he can crash out? Y'all keep trying to play with Offset. Offset the nutso one out of the group.
Like, I want her to continue cheating. I want you to just be outside throwing that pussy everywhere.
What happened to the ladies that just took it?
They don't exist no more.
Why? Why did y'all go out of style?
They all died. They all raised daughters that watched them get shitted on, and the daughters swore.
They didn't get shitted on though.
Swore that they would never be them.
We're not talking about the ones that got abused. We talking about the niggas that had a little bit of pussy on the side. That's not abuse.
The women that knew that their husband had a family 3 blocks away, but just silently took it and died of fucking anxiety and heart disease. Because you took all that stress and you just kept it in and you internalized it.
The women never died.
And the fucking stress fossilized into cholesterol in your fucking arteries, and then you died at fucking
that doesn't happen for women.
Fuck. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Y'all sit there and y'all go through it, and then when the man die, y'all hook up at the funeral and y'all
either
share
that
war
or you
stories.
Slowly poison your husband.
Why? There's 2 families that need him.
Does he not have a life insurance policy?
We need to kind of wake this up, man.
Like,
it's okay to have can't have 2 families on the same policy. You have to have 2 different policies.
Slowly murder him.
I just want to go back to the days when, as a man, when you held your own, you got a little bit of extra. You know, I don't know if my dad ever did, but he deserved it if he did. I don't think so, but
that's the second time you said that on the show. Maybe the third.
I'm just saying, like. I just feel like we should go back to a time, you know what I'm saying, that you got rewarded for being a provider. That's all I'm trying to say.
Listen.
That's all I'm trying to say.
You don't get to have a fucking second family just because you're a provider.
You should. That's the problem.
And then that was a different time. You know, like women weren't working and blah, blah, blah. There were more stay-at-home moms and whatnot.
The golden age.
If you're going to be outside making money and you're going to be cheating, I'm going to do the same thing.
No.
I'm just going to ignore your cheating, and then I'm going to start cheating on my own.
See, this is not how, what's the point then? See, that's where I feel like it was no point for you to get married. If you can't be a successful artist and get a little scratch on the side without your wife tripping, like, Jesus Christ, there's no point of being successful.
I don't think there's a reason for artists of that caliber. Like, when you make that much money, I don't think there's a reason for you to get married. Just be together.
I don't think it was a reason for him to marry somebody of her caliber, too. I know why he did it, because he wanted to help raise his own, personal cachet.
Relationships always help, like, your
he knew he knew she was a rising star, and it was only going to help his brand. That I wouldn't say he was teetering, but I don't think they were ever going to get hotter than what they were at that particular time, because they were hot.
They were.
There was a lot of hits going on. Again, Offset, I feel bad for you, dog. They won.
I don't feel bad for you,
because I understand, like, there's just a difference between the urges that we get to, step out and the urges y'all get to step out. Y'all want to do it to be vindictive, and
it's an emotional aspect to it. 100%. She took it and took it and took it and took it until she couldn't no more, and then took some dick.
Like, what happened to resilience?
That's what you deserve.
What happened to being resilient? Like, what happened to those qualities?
There are no more resilient women.
What about y'all being able to grind it out?
Rubbed all of the resilience out of us. I have zero resilience left.
See, this is why I don't blame the niggas that's just bad. Like, that just
no type of friction.
They just
smooth.
go get it and they leave. They ain't here about worrying about none of y'all, what y'all got going on. They giving you the illusion. They selling you dreams, and then they go around and leave. I'm not mad at them, because what's the point? You just get disrespected. And that's what I'm saying. Liability.
Was Cardi not getting disrespected?
No. She had some things that stepped out.
I don't like having these conversations with you, because your mind is not based in reality what fucking soever. Like, this man was cheating on his wife for fucking years. Like,
but we didn't know unless she told us.
If we're not gonna have a real, but we know now. If we're not gonna have a real conversation about like how it feels to be betrayed for mad long and you not do anything and then you finally do something. If you think that she didn't deserve to get some type of revenge, if you think that she is completely in the wrong here, then you can just shut the fuck up.
I'm not, because you know why?
Like, honestly, that's how I feel.
The kids got to see this.
That's how I feel.
But the kids got to, if there wasn't no kids involved.
Because this isn't a conversation based in reality whatsoever.
It is, because if the kids weren't involved, I would be 100% on your side.
Fuck them kids.
See?
Fuck them kids.
See? That's the problem.
You was publicly cheating on your wife, the mother of your kids. And now the kids, what the kids are seeing matters. Fuck them kids.
Yeah, they wouldn't know that daddy was cheating if mama didn't go on the internet every time it happened.
And fuck Offset.
Like, let's really understand, because the embarrassment is the real part, and there's no embarrassment if we don't go on the internet and tell everybody what happened.
I don't even know how we found out that was happening in the first goddamn place.
Cardi tells us. Cardi tells us every time. Every time that he does that, she tells the world and then wonders why she feels embarrassed. Well, because nigga, you told us one of your most embarrassing things.
She usually leaves him and then goes back to him. That's what usually happens.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All right. We got anything else on this topic that you want to advocate for a woman to flower herself for revenge?
If a nigga cheat on you and you don't want to leave him, cheat back. You should leave, but if you don't leave, cheat the fuck back. Make his chest hurt.
And I
ruin him emotionally.
And I encourage you to be resilient. All right, I'm gonna make a call here. Let me see this is gonna be Memphis May. Okay, this is who I'm calling right now. Memphis May.
I don't know who that is.
Well, you don't have to. He's going to tell us about what's going on in Memphis. So, if y'all not aware, there are... Hold on, he's getting right here. Is this Memphis, man?
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on with you?
Hey, man, just keeping my ear low, man, to the streets, getting all the info on this dog shit.
Yeah. So, I'm about to just introduce the topic real quick, and then I'm going to let you, do your thing. So, recently, the court case for Young Dolph has basically started. I think it's day 2 or 3 now. And
yeah, we're on day 3.
Okay, we're on day 3 of it. And a lot has been revealed. We got niggas talking. We got niggas snitching. And what we do now know from the accounts is that $100K was put on Young Dolph's head by Yo Gotti's brother, who has since
Big Jew.
Yeah, Young Jew, since who's passed. So, my man, there's a lot's going on in the street. Let us know, man. Let us know what's going on in Memphis.
All right, man. So shit. It's pretty much everything you just summed up. We in day 3 of the trial. A lot has been revealed. It has been some Hall of Fame snitching occurring. Like, I think a couple of people are gonna want some apologies, because if they calling what Gunna did snitching, I have no words for what this young brother is on the stand doing in this Dolph case. Because he is telling.
He telling it all, ain't he?
Like, all and shit that niggas don't know. Like, I know it's a very serious topic, but he had one segment where the prosecution is like really pressing, the snitcher. And, he going through like, oh, so we got your letters to your family about, you're about to come home. And so is it safe to assume that you said this to, just get, a lighter sentence? Is that what we can infer is going on up here? He said, no, my lawyer already told me I'm going to prison straight after this. He was like, so then why didn't you tell your girl that you were going to get her a house and do all these other things? And he said verbatim, quote, man, that ain't lying. That's game, man. You know what you have to tell the whole, man. Like, and I laughed for 15 minutes because he's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Like yeah, that ain't a lie. That's me telling. He said it on the stand. I'm just trying to tell the bitch what she want to hear, man. How this shit go, cuz. Like, and that is indeed how game goes.
It does.
Shout out to that brother for that. But long story, shorter version, man. So, as you know, about 3 years ago, we lost Dolph. And, me doing my good investigative journalism down here, put my boots to the ground, just gathering information. And I actually found out the day in question what sparked Big Juke to put the hit out on Dolph and other members of Paper Route Empire.
Wake it up.
So yeah. I did the science, and I'm about to go ahead and wake up the listeners, man. So 3 days before Dolph's unfortunate passing, that was around Thanksgiving of 2021. Big Jook happened to be at the airport here in Memphis, and he ran into Paper Route Empire affiliate Key Glock. And from the reports that I have, none of this has been, confirmed or stated out in open court, but just what the streets tell you.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently, there was an altercation between Big Jook and Glock, with them exchanging some words to each other. And following that exchange, Key Glock decided to assault Mr. Big Jook by spitting on him in front of the Chick-fil-A. Yes, he spit on Big Jook, and then this is where they say things get a little dicey, because he spits on Big Jook and then proceeds to his flight to Vegas, which is, for people that don't know, Key Glock does not stay in Memphis; he lives in Vegas. Got on his flight to Vegas, and from the reports, from what I'm hearing, he did not inform Young Dolph of this altercation.
Damn.
So he created static and then dipped.
He created static because Jook followed that incident by going back to the hood and informing everybody, like, hey, $100K on any of them Paper Route Empire niggas' heads right now. Put the word out.
Shit. Yeah, that's crazy.
And it is unfortunate because, as we know, 3 days later, the guys stated that, they had got the word about the hit, and, just so happened we're heading to Westwood, which is, kind of close to South Memphis, where Dolph and Paper Route were doing a turkey drive. And they were going to the turkey drive in hopes to, seeing Dolph there and, gunning him down. The one thing about Memphis, though, that people will tell you that if you've ever been to Memphis, it's only so big. Like, you can get to every part of Memphis within 25 to 30 minutes. Whether that's the north to the east, to the east to the south to the west. So you can get to every part of the city very, very easily. So on their way to Westwood, they just so happened to see Dolph drive by at an intersection they at. And they know it's Dolph because Dolph famously wraps every one of his vehicles in camo print. So very easily identifiable vehicle.
Niggas need to stop doing that.
That's ironic too, because camouflage is to disguise you.
To blend in and hide shit. Yeah, that doesn't really work too well on the, concrete streets. But, I'm not a genius or anything. But, when you're rich and you're able to do whatever you want, it's hard to, not do whatever you want. And that's also, people don't know, that car wrap thing is also like another little dig at Gotti, because Gotti famously used to wrap all of his cars in the same color. He used to do every car in Tiffany blue. And then eventually he switched that up. Once people were identifying that, he went all white, to kind of go coincide with the cocaine music group.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dolph said, I'm taking that to the next level. I'm wrapping all my cars in camo. And Key Glock said, I'm wrapping all my cars in yellow. So a lot of these dudes are riding around in vehicles that are very, very easily identifiable.
All right. So I want to touch on something you just brought up. So you said Yo Gotti.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it kind of seems as though from the story that you told us earlier, he doesn't really have much part to play in it. Is his place in Memphis still what it is, or is there a change? Because from what I've been hearing, them boys on the other side, they ain't been talking, but they just been moving. So,
yeah, it's been a lot of deaths on both sides, including famously Big Jook, who set up the hit. But the thing about Gotti, and anybody from Memphis will tell you, the 20 plus years that Yo Gotti has been rapping about, having the birds, doing this, doing that, everyone's always been under the assumption that it's him. But the people in the city had to inform me and let me know these are actually stories that he's telling about his brother.
Okay.
Big Jook is the big, coke moving guy, like the mover and shaker in the city. Which is actually how him and Dolph kind of met each other. Dolph and Jook used to trap together.
Okay. I think I've heard that before.
They used to trap together, and when it became the whole beat really stems from their relationship. Once Dolph decided that he was gonna rap, they wanted to sign him to CMG, and he's told them pretty much like, nah, like I would much rather do what y'all doing and building this shit up on my own versus signing up under y'all. And niggas took a feeling toward that way. Like, from what I understand, Juke and Gotti were both very offended, but they let it go. And then, things kind of hit ahead once Dolph decided to have relations with one of Yo Gotti's baby mothers.
And we got a famous song after that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to see here though, do you feel as though there's going to be some changes with CMG? Like, do we see maybe Gorilla maybe trying to leave? Like, does any way of this blowback on Gotti?
So I'm of the belief that I do think that Gotti's going to get called to the carpet just for the simple fact of, in discovery through the trial, not one time has a question been asked, well, why did Big Juke put this hit out on Dolph? And when you start to peel back those layers and answer those questions, it'll be hard not to, put one and two together and be like, oh, okay, well, this is clearly stemming from a situation with Gotti.
Because even if
now,
oh, my bad.
No, you're good. But as far as like the other artists, Gotti's done a fantastic, amazing job of like separating himself from the street aspect of his business, and being able to go to law enforcement or whoever it is. Like, I'm a legitimate music executive. I have my career and political ties with Jay-Z and Rock Nation. I got 2 or 3 successful artists over here. Like, that would just make no sense in the world for me to be involved in anything like that. And you would think that would be, the case, and he should probably be all right to not have to worry about that. But I think all bets is off when you look at everything that's going on with Doug and the YSL trial.
No, I can definitely see it.
And I think, that, like I said, within the city, there's a known element of, Gotti just pretty much just being the face and front man for the shit that's going on with his brother. Which, especially now that his brother is dead now, it's easy for him just to be like, oh, no, just put all that shit on my brother.
Yeah. He has a scapegoat.
Like,
that's usually the situation.
That's the situation. Like, I know this nigga can't tell on me. Like, he already dead. So, like, y'all charging him or doing whatever. Like, that's cool. Like, that ain't going to affect my bottom line or anything going on. Because, not for nothing. Like, I'm a street artist that's elevated to a very, very high level and place in music now. But at the end of the day, niggas know what's up with Gotti. Like, you know he does enough to make sure that he's not going to be cornered into having to do any time or, actually even get the blame placed on him squarely. But, the streets are talking, and they've always talked since the, Charlotte shooting. Like, oh, this has always just been Gotti.
So we don't got to worry about Angela leaving. Is she safe?
Now, I do think that it's poor timing with that gun purchase she had going on.
Dog. That's all I was thinking about. Was like,
it's very, very, very poor timing with that, especially when you realize and research the history of her own baby father and gun violence. But we been seeing it rhetoric, bro. Like, you get a bitch to get with a hood nigga that ain't really a part of that life. She gonna do a little bit of cosplaying to, acknowledge that she with her man. Oh, for sure. But you gotta do that when you're Angela Simmons because shit, like, it would be a sad day for you to get replaced by Glorilla or any of the other fine women that Gotti has access to.
Oh nah, he can't do that. He was crying for her on a song. He can't leave it like that. That'd be crazy.
Fred, we have seen niggas do this and just still do their business.
The niggas who beg and plead for your attention and you take a while to give it to them, when they finally get it,
they squander it every time. Look at, bro, we saw
like, bitch, you took mad long. And now I'm about to do you
And
dirty.
this all I get?
This all I get? Is this all it's hidden for? You ain't even sucking it direct. Oh no, I'm back. Bro,
I'm sure Angela don't suck dick right. She don't look like she sucked dick right.
I mean, most of the private school girls usually don't.
I don't think Angela, got the Gawk 3000.
She don't give me that energy.
It might be Gawk 750, but the 3000, I just don't see Rev Run daughter being an elite eater. Sorry.
Maybe the oldest one. The oldest one
I was
like
literally about to say that. I forget her name though.
Was it Vanessa?
Vanessa
was an eater.
Yeah, she be.
Vanessa look like she'll put it down her throat.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness.
Well, thank you, Memphis man. We appreciate the update, man. We definitely will be in touch.
Hey man, I'm gonna keep my ears to the streets for y'all. Any updates that come through, I'm watching it live. I'm gonna make sure I give it up to y'all, man. And listeners, keep supporting Talk F&F. It's the hottest shit on the internet. Anybody else tell you otherwise, they probably fuck their mother.
Yeah.
Oh.
More than likely. More than likely.
Well, thank you so much.
Hey, it's all good. Y'all continue to be blessed. And like I said, any updates I got, I'm going to shoot them straight to y'all. Love always.
All right. Appreciate it, Memphis, Mike.
No problem.
Hey, man. A lot of shit going
on
out there.
That was a thorough ear to the streets.
Yeah. We got some exclusive information.
Boots on the ground update. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I knew that they said the guy didn't even get paid. Like, he said he's supposed to get like $40K. He only got like $800 after they shot Young Dolph. You
would have had to, if there's $100K, like, whatever on somebody's head, and I know their location and stuff, like, you're gonna have to give me at least half. You short me $30K. I'm snitching too. Well, you are the one that did the murdering. Shit, I'm telling. No, I did it because you, and you. No, I don't know, because we all going to jail. I don't know. I'd rather just take that L and my 800. Shit. Well, I mean, I'm only snitching because they caught me. That's the thing about when you do illegal things for work, because if somebody like decides they don't want to pay you for the crimes that you've done, you can't go to the police and be like, hey, this guy didn't pay me for the heroin. No, but you can call your people and bust that nigga house up. Yeah, if you have people. I mean, generally when you selling spanky, nigga, you got people. That ain't an industry you get into without people. You need them. All right, you gonna get into this Kim Porter book? Yeah, we can get into it. So a book that was released that claimed to say they were the memoirs of the late Kim Porter was recently released. It was like a #1 book on Amazon. Mm-hmm. Like everybody was just buying this joint like right off as soon as they could get their hands on it. But now it's coming out that some of this information potentially may not have been, truly from Kim Porter. Once I looked up the gentleman, because for one thing, he had like a pseudo name on the original book, was like Jamal. This nigga's a white man. His name is like Chris Todd or something like that. Like, he made a good little penny off of this. So he ate. I've been seeing in the seedy underbelly of the internet, like Jaguar Wright interviews, her mention this manuscript that Kim was working on before she passed. And this is the reason that she was killed. Like, I've been seeing this for like a year and a half, 2 years now. Like, this manuscript that had disappeared and nobody knew what happened to it. And then Diddy got arrested, and now apparently it just manifested out of nowhere. Well, and it's supposed to be like her diary. Yeah, it's like her memoirs, like stuff that she like diary entries and things of that nature. According to Chris, he said that a woman who he claims to be a friend of Kim Porter gave him a flash drive with all of this information on there, and then this is what he published. Mm-hmm. He's also said he doesn't know if this information is true or not. So, because he doesn't actually know where this flash drive came from, if it was actually Kim's, because she's not the one who gave it to him. And I'm going to say he was pretty smart about it, because he like redacted names. Mm-hmm. Like, so he took people's names out. I think there was like discussion about like Diddy supposed to be like messing with like a young pop star that some people were like saying potentially Justin Bieber or Usher. Or Aaron Carter. Oh man, Aaron Carter, R.I.P. Yeah. Damn. Aaron Carter had it rough too. You ever watch some of his interviews? Yeah, it was fucked up.
It was.
They're hard to watch because he's so emotional
Yeah, he
and
gives
he's
it
not.
up. He's so vulnerable.
Yeah, it's very raw.
Did he did it to AC? Allegedly.
I was allegedly.
AC allegedly crazy. But no, I mean, I knew this this didn't feel like it was right to me at the beginning. Like I just knew like if something like this was gonna happen, I would expect someone to be a little more front facing with it. Like I would just expect someone to especially if it's for what you're advocating for. Like this is my friend that was been hurt and abused, and now she's been killed by this individual. Is what you're claiming? Like no, somebody got to stand and make sure the voices are heard, and this has been a real thing. So that's why I don't think about it. Maybe Jaguar White was the friend. What if Jaguar White gave
Bro.
the memoirs?
Because I didn't know her career, but she was like a backup singer for Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like in those social circles, I guess. I don't know if singers be hanging out with them niggas for real, but she probably saw shit.
Like after shows and stuff. Mm-hmm. What are you about to say? Oh, you just didn't know she was actually...
Yeah, I just didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know why she was important?
I thought this was just the ramblings of a fucking crazy lady.
No.
Like, I bring it up on the show, but whenever I bring her up, I'm like, take this with a grain of salt because, like, she could just be making shit up, like, just off the cuff.
Yeah,
putting shit on people's jackets.
And it's funny how, like, people don't really understand how, like, the publishing works with this kind of stuff. Because we're like, how are you able to get this? This was an independent... He published it himself. He essentially just ordered the book to be made and put it out on his own. Like, you can sell that. Like, no one's going to stop you from selling that.
No, you can literally put anything on Amazon. Like, you can type anything up and just put it on there, and now you have a book.
Yeah, that's why everybody, like, I hate when people say, like, you need to read. No, you need to know how to read and what to read. Mm-hmm. You can't just read every book and then say it's whatever. We let idiots put information in books, too.
Yeah, anyone can put information out there. So Diddy, not Diddy's kids. So Kim's kids specifically. So Quincy, the twins, and
I thought it was just those two, Quincy and the twins.
Okay. No, and Justin.
No, Justin.
No, not Justin. The dark skinned one is.
Oh, you mean Quincy? Yeah, Quincy is that's Albie Shore's son. I mean,
yeah. The dark skinned one isn't
King Combs.
Yeah.
I think
that's Kim's kid too. So him too. Put out a statement. We're not gonna read the whole statement, but they were basically like, "There's no truth to this book. This isn't something that was written by our mother. We don't know this man or these people who are claiming that they had access to our mother and that this is her book." As soon as I saw that, I was like, that just makes me think it's her book more. That makes me think it's her book more. And I think that Diddy told y'all to make this statement. Because I think y'all is still under his thumb for real.
Oh, for sure. They've been showing up and supporting him at all his cases and stuff.
Bringing
their girlfriends?
Yeah. Why was that bitch there?
Because you got to hold it down. You got to show that
Okay, like, if you're my boyfriend and your father is accused of all these horrible things, like, I'll wait in the car.
No, I'm not a normal boyfriend. I'm a boyfriend that's buying you and putting you in things that you could never put yourself in. Get out the car.
It's a Fashion Nova model.
Oh my God. She's really spending the big bucks.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, she's in positions where she can get next to niggas with money who don't have, like, horrible, morally reprehensible cases attached to them.
So it's troubling news that we have to report on here. It sucks when you see, like, the system completely do what it's supposed to do and annihilate and destroy black men, black families. It's just an awful thing. So I'm going to refer to this man. You probably have seen him referred to as Marcellus Williams. I'm going to give him the respect and dignity that he deserves in his passing. And I'm going to call him the name that he wanted to be called, which is Khalifa. So Khalifa Williams was put to death. Was it today? Tuesday? Was it today? No, it was Wednesday, 6 p.m. Because I remember I was sitting. It was Tuesday, 6 p.m. Because I remember I was sitting out yesterday.
Tuesday? Okay.
Yeah,
so
Tuesday.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm. So yesterday at 6 p.m. When y'all watching this, it was Tuesday.
24th.
Yeah. So when y'all watching it was y'all Tuesday because it's come out Friday. But he was put to death after thousands of plea from, I almost feel like around the country.
The victim's family asked for him not to be executed. Prosecutors.
Hundreds
of thousands of people around the United States And
they really rallied behind this. And just to kind of come up to where everybody was just saying, so this case happened in 1998 where there was a reporter, social worker who was killed, stabbed 43 times, and there was also a robbery done at her home. They had accused Khalif of this because of not DNA testimony. I mean, that's not DNA evidence, but because of testimony from an ex-girlfriend who is no longer here with us. She is deceased, and a former inmate that he shared a cell with that had both testified, and that he's also dead too. So he can no longer corroborate his story. But they've also claimed that Khalif told them that, he committed the murders. He told them basically what he did. Interesting enough, those two stories were not in line with each other. So
they didn't even match up.
Yeah, there were some inconsistencies in those two stories. The girlfriend said she seen him with the bloody clothes, throwing them away. She also said that she saw the alleged laptop and purse that was there. So in regards to that laptop, they did say that the person who had possessions of it could confirm that Khalif did sell him that laptop. So they did have that. Also, too, in regards to that, like I said, those testimonies were also from the girlfriend and the inmate were also like they had something to gain from it. Like it was like a $10,000 reward for what was going on. So there's a lot of information that you just can't 100% say that it was him. You can't say for the shot of a doubt. Also, the evidence was tampered with prior to, so that there was no clear evidence that you could say like, oh, his DNA was on this, because it was just so much. Like they could not show that his DNA was on that weapon in any kind of way. But he was also doing a 20-year sentence for an armed robbery already when this happened, when they pulled him out.
That was my thing. Like, was he in prison during the time of the crime?
Not during the time of the crime.
Okay.
He was in prison serving it for something else.
Okay.
When they gave him the evidence, because he didn't get convicted for this till like 2001. This happened in 98.
Okay.
So I think also people got to realize with this case is this was shortly after OJ. So I can definitely see a galvanized Missouri justice
who wanted
system
to make a black man pay for killing a white woman.
They could find this exact scenario, a bloody, gruesome woman, and a white woman at that, and we can put this on a black guy. Let's do it.
Yeah,
and a black guy that's already in jail doing 20 years, who cares?
Yeah.
So they said that he had stayed off execution two times beforehand. And there's opportunity for the Supreme Court to step in, the governor of the state, and nobody did. And it's really trash because the governor just showed how much of a piece of shit he really is.
Yeah. Because
again, I'm not saying that this man is innocent, but I can just say from the evidence that's been presented so far, he's not guilty. Because again, he could have been involved. We don't know. He could have helped. They could say he had the laptop. He had to get it. He did say that he got the laptop as a gift from the girlfriend. So again, we don't know what her involvement is. She had felonies.
Yeah, and she's the one that gave them.
So she could have been. He could have put her on something to plan it, and then like I said, so anything could happen. Yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies, and for me, for that to be shown that there's so many inconsistencies, the least you can do is spare the man's life.
You should 100%.
If you want to keep him in jail for whatever bullshit evidence you want to keep him in, so be it. But because he was already in
jail for 20 years originally, he was gonna be there regardless.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you could at least spared his life. And you know what's crazy?
Like they didn't have to execute the man. That's just so insane to me.
You know what else was crazy? Because this governor of the state, who could have one word, one statement, and this would have been gone. We wouldn't have to worry about. He pardoned a Kansas City Chiefs assistant coach for a DUI where he completely changed an 8-year-old girl's life. This girl is no longer going to be the same. Brain damage, physical body damage. He pardoned him. A DUI. Just because you're a coach, a white guy, a coach of a football team. Mm-hmm. Another situation, you remember that famous picture where you see those two white people with their guns pointing at the protesters?
Yeah.
He pardoned them as well.
I did not follow up with that story, and that upsets me so much.
These people were violating Americans' First Amendment rights with weapons. Like, that is the epitome of violating someone's right.
That's really crazy.
And you pardon them because they're white.
We see like what type of timing he's on. Obviously.
He's a trash human being.
Yeah.
It's just, there's no other way that you can put it. He's a trash human being. Again, you don't have to feel like this man is innocent because there's reasons why you could think he's guilty. But you can't say and sit here and say he deserves what he did. Mm-hmm. Like, no way you can say he deserved what you're accusing that he did.
It upsets me so much because our political leaders obviously do not work for us, like the general public. Because if you could not scroll on any form of social media the past couple of days, the past like week and a half, and not see somebody's call to action, to sign a petition, to fax the governor, to call the governor's office, like ignoring your citizens' calls for you to do something, I just feel like it's so un-American. Like, it feels un-American to me. Like, the way our government is set up, the way it's supposed to be, you are here to represent our morals and our beliefs and what we want executed. And if you're just ignoring what your citizens are widely calling out for, then you don't need to be in power. But that's what happens regularly.
Yeah. I mean, this system is not built to protect people that look like him. Not protect people that look like us. It's actually here so that if a white guy does do something, then we come back and let them, hey, it is what it is. We'll just put on a black guy. It's funny, too, because this reminds me of a video I saw the other day that was talking about the FBI statistics that these crackers love to throw out. And he was like, the dude was reading, he was like, those FBI statistics come from police officers that have, done convictions of people and, of arrest. And all that really shows, because we're not really taught how to read it. We think that it's like impunic, like the perfect data. Mm-hmm. Like it's just all encompassing data, but it's really not. What it tells you is that these police stations target black people. They work harder to find cases that white people are victims of more than they do black people. And that's really when y'all are spewing these FBI statistics that are already wrong and BS, because all of these fucking police stations who provide the information to them,
the system
don't do a great job at it. They throw away information. They all sorts of shit gets messed up. Oh, we don't know what happened to it. It got lost. All that kind of stuff. That's where they're getting all this information from.
That's a fact. You don't have to be on either side. Like, if you're someone like me who consumes true crime content on a regular basis, cops are incompetent. They fuck up very regularly. The evidence, like, they fuck up so much on a regular basis.
They're
cops,
they
don't prevent crime, and they don't solve crimes most of the time either.
Yeah, that was another thing. He said most crimes go unsolved.
Like,
so I mean,
if you do something, you're most likely gonna get away with it if you're not just like flagrantly fucking stupid.
Yeah, if it's not a crime of passion and it's a crime that you kind of thought out, you could get away with it still to this day. Like, it's really
like cops they're not smart enough to find out what you did. It's really like, we need to have smarter people be detectives. People who can actually solve crimes.
It's tough, man. It's a bad pool of people out here.
Yeah.
But no, I just want to give that family again our condolences. I know it's got to be rough. I was watching a clip with the son that was talking about it, and he did say, bro, I'm going to be in that room. If we can't save my dad, I'm going to look him in the eye, and I'll let him know he ain't alone.
Of course, yeah.
That was touching to me. That was touching.
Because there's no way, like, regardless of how painful that is, you have to be there for your loved one so that they can.
Oh, I couldn't do it though. I couldn't be there. I spaz out.
They could move on, knowing that like they have your support. Also, I don't know. Though, I would have to be there
in that situation. I wouldn't want none of my people to be there. Honestly, like to me, I'm very big on how you see me and how you look at me last. And I would never want the people that cared about me the most to see me in that position, treated like an animal, like a dog they just putting out.
I get that, but at the same time, like, we want you to be surrounded by as much love as possible before you go. No. And that's the most important. That's more important to me.
I mean, I know it's important to the people that's going to be alive after they kill you, but to me, it's just like, I'd rather y'all be able to imagine me in the best way possible. Mm-hmm. But no, man, this is tough, man.
It's really like, I really thought that I was about to lie to y'all. I didn't think that there was any way that the governor was gonna change his mind and pardon this man, because he's black, and I have very little hope for us in this country.
Let me get to this Candace Owens. So this is something I've been wanting to show you with Candace Owens. Okay, so generally, anytime I see a Candace Owens video, I try to do my due diligence and snuff out the misinformation that she presents. I'm not gonna play all this video, but damn it, this one, she might have got me with this one, yo. This is about Kamala Harris. You about to get up?
No.
Oh. This is about Kamala Harris and your boy Candace. Your girl Candace did the science.
I can't find any evidence that Kamala Harris is black. So I said, I'm going to pause everything and do a deep dive on Kamala Harris's genealogy. And what I discovered is so shocking. Okay. So first, let's start with just Kamala Harris's birth certificate. This is it. This is an authentic copy of it. It's already been discussed. You can see in the corner there that we have highlighted on her mother's name is an Indian name, Shailamala Gopalan, and under color or race of mother, her mother has put Caucasian, extremely controversial, but we don't need to focus on the mother because the mother, everyone accepts the mother is not black at all, right? So if she's some part Caucasian, majority Indian, everyone accepts that the mother is not the claim to her black heritage. It is the father. On the bottom there, you can see that it says that her father's name is Donald Jasper Harris and that the color or the race of the father is listed as Jamaican, okay? So you can be Jamaican, you can grow up in Jamaica and not be black, obviously. It's like Elon Musk, like he was born and raised in Africa. It would be absurd for Elon Musk to say that he was black because he is not black. He is a white African. So I wanted to go further into Donald Jasper Harris, allegedly born in Jamaica in 1938. He has indicated that someone in his family is black. So who are his parents? Okay. So this is Kamala's dad, Donald Harris. We're looking now into Kamala's grandparents.
Look like my dad.
The grandparents' names are Beryl Christie Finnegan Harris and Oscar Joseph Brown Harris. So let's start with Beryl. Let's start with her
Jamaican ass name.
This is an alleged photo of Beryl Christie Harris, okay? It is the only one that exists in the public domain, and I want you guys to know that it was presented by Kamala herself. I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, like where did this photo come from? Actually, Kamala is the one that entered this into the public domain in her book, which is entitled The Truths We Hold, which was published in 2019. So looking at this woman, she looks black, and she wrote, visiting my paternal grandmother, Beryl, in Jamaica. Okay. Now, when I saw this, I assumed it was a fake photo, and I assumed that somebody had put it up other than Kamala, because just doing a very brief search, and then I quadruple checked this across multiple websites, genealogy websites and genealogists, that can't be Kamala's grandmother. Let's pull up a picture of her again. That can't be Kamala's grandmother because, at least according to my research, Grandma Beryl died before Kamala was born. And now I want the internet to fact check this.
Mind you, hold on, let me pause
real
quick. Mind you, for this, just so y'all can understand the context for this, because I'm not going to put it on the screen. She looks like she's probably like no younger than 18, maybe?
She looks like college age.
Yeah, she's like college age
in this. Yeah, 100%.
This woman next to her.
People back in the day looked older, so she might have been like high school.
Yeah, she might have been high school, college age right here. And this woman is standing right next to her, alive and well.
Fully, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let's do some more here.
Beryl was born in 1921 and she died in 1960. Okay, I've checked grave sites everywhere. This is it's not exactly a very common name and not an exactly very common place, specifically where she was born, St. Anne's Parish in Jamaica. That would mean that Beryl had Kamala's father when she was just 17 years old in 1938, and she died when she was just 39 years old. The black woman in that photo is not 39 years old. So this is a major discrepancy, okay? And this is just a tiny bit of digging. I went, wait a second. Does anybody realize that, like, Beryl allegedly died when she was 39 years old in 1960? That means that Kamala would have been born 4 years after her grandmother died in 1964. 1964 is when Kamala was born. Her grandmother died in 1960. So who is that woman that is in the photo with Kamala, okay? Beryl Finnegan, now they're looking more into her grandmother, was definitively not black. Now, how do we know this? Because Beryl, that woman that you just saw, her father was Patrick Alhanasus Finnegan, who was an Irish slaver. Okay? So that woman that you just saw, at a bare minimum, has to be half white. An Irish slaver is who her father was. Doesn't look like that. Maybe that Irish slaver married a super duper black woman. I don't know.
Super duper. Like, all right, we can stop it right there. But yo,
Super duper black woman.
Candace is fucking flagrant, yo. Like, she gets flagrant on this joint. She even goes, like, I'll give anyone $1,000 if you can just show me any information that just counteracts what I'm finding here. Like, she actually goes into it, but I tried to do my research. I wasn't able to find a lie. I wasn't.
Yeah, no, it seems like what the research that she did was thorough.
I mean, it's tough to find a lie with this one. I've even seen some people accuse that picture of being like generated. Like they took a picture
I'm
of
just so confused. I want to know like why Kamala posted that picture and said that was her grandmother.
It was for a book in 2019. That's what Candace has stated. It was a book she was doing for 2019.
But in the same book, she said that her grandmother died before.
I'm just saying, she said visiting my grandmother Beryl, unless that's like somebody who just so happens to have the same name as her grandma, and it's like they either cool or she kind of took her under her wing. That's not her grandma.
And she said my like biological.
Yeah, she said paternal. She said my paternal.
Yeah,
meaning
that's
my father.
I don't know. Yeah, you got us on that one, Candace.
Yeah, yo, like I'm trying to figure out. I can understand. I don't see where she would need that lie though for.
Oh,
like.
No.
That's just an insane lie to have in any capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where would you need to lie about that and then like fabricate to the point? Like, because it doesn't mean anything. Like, even if she wasn't black, the fact that she's an Indian woman.
She's still a person of color,
yeah.
but like she's been telling us that she's black.
But it's just interesting just to be like, is this some long game? Like, I don't want to sit here and be like Janet Jackson was not too long ago and like, oh, she's not black. Because you could tell by her dad.
Bro.
Her father is black.
Janet Jackson say that dumb shit.
Because she's stupid.
Like,
Janet Jackson has never been historically a smart woman.
Yeah.
And all of y'all who are not shaming her, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Literally, Janet, just shut the fuck up.
You don't have to talk.
We do not need to know your opinions about anything that's going on.
Ever. Just
like
do this weird little smile and talk in your weird little voice.
Keep it shut.
You don't gotta do none of that.
We don't give a fuck about anything that you are thinking.
Ever.
At all, Janet. I swear to God, I've never wondered. I wonder what Janet Jackson thinks about this. Bitch, keep your mouth shut.
Ever. Just tell us stories about Michael when he was little. That's all you gotta do.
I don't even know if we want to hear about those because those are traumatizing probably.
I mean, just tell us the good ones. Not when Joe came home drunk.
You tell Issa Rae so she can make a movie about it.
She definitely is. But no, I just thought that was interesting when I seen Candace. I feel like we give a lot of shit to Candace on the show.
We do, but that was a well-researched.
That was just some good questions to ask.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think it's in the grand scheme. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, she's some like agent that they're just trying to make black just to get the black vote?
That's
like,
my thing. So like, what is the point?
Why would they go to so much trouble to get 14% of the population?
Yeah.
Like, that just doesn't make any sense.
The black vote has never been a defining factor in who's going to become president. So why pander to us that much?
Or even,
why lie?
I mean, we've been a slight factor in it because they're someone who they could rely on for a lot of different things. But I just don't see where they benefit from telling this like authentic, this crazy ass lie about us. But I mean, it is what it is. At least Kamala got good ops. Way better than anything I have.
Oh my God, our ops,
the worst, are
so just like uncreative. And then every time they say something about us, I just be like, boo.
And then like it's just nothing that you want to look at. Like I got ops that look like Manila Gorilla. Like, you know what I'm saying? And equipped with the same shorts that he got on. Like, it's just so vile. It really is. It really is. And it's like, I don't care to go back and forth with these no child left behind individuals. Like, I can just tell by your conversations and the rhetoric that y'all spew, if y'all even know what that means. It's just so beneath me. Like, I'm so above that. I look at these gentlemen and say, like, y'all would never be in my section in the club. Like, y'all would never be around individuals that I would be around. We would laugh at you for trying to come around. And for y'all to just, like, fix your lips to even discuss me in a manner like it's so vile. Like, we really got the Mixon twins, like, really coming at us. Like, it's just hilarious.
Another like we gonna have to, because goddamn,
I'm just saying. Then you got the ambiguously gay duo sitting next with one of them. So I mean, like, it's sad. It's sad. But I mean, I would, go on a rant and talk about y'all shorts and how y'all can't fit in y'all pants and how y'all just ugly, just no good, disgusting individuals. And
oh wow.
Then I would finish up by telling y'all to suck my dick, but I realized y'all already are doing that. So as you were,
dick thoroughly lodged in y'all throats,
I'm
making my job easier.
I'm on y'all mind way too much for an individual that just seems to not do, to suck and be as lame as y'all niggas say to be. Like, I'm too much on y'all mind, and it's disgusting.
You have a lot of time on your hands.
Yeah, man. Go try to talk to the women that don't want to talk to y'all. Like, don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Be the weird nigga that got to ask for a hug, because that's what y'all niggas look like. The can I have a hug niggas. Just so dirty.
I'm not going to get a hug. You're not going to give me a hug.
Just dirty, crusty, look like pieces of coal. Y'all are just nasty men, man. Just disgusting. Disgusting men, man. And can I ask, if y'all going to talk shit about me and force me to watch y'all videos when y'all address me, please stop wearing shorts, bro. Because what they don't understand is when you're sitting down, that becomes the biggest thing in the screen is your fucking fat ass thigh.
Mm-hmm. Y'all be thick as fuck.
I'm telling you, it's disgusting. I don't want to look at that. So then I got to put the phone away so I don't have to look at it while I'm trying to listen. It's disgusting, man.
Y'all gotta stop talking shit about other men with shorts on while you looking like bad bitches on the internet.
Do me a favor, man. Read a book without your finger. You know what I'm saying? Don't use your finger when you read a book. Lose some weight and try not to die by 50 from heart attack. Do that for me. That'd be nice. I don't want y'all to be black men statistics because y'all keep filling yourself with grease and salt.
Oh my God.
It's disgusting. All right, let's get into Issa Rae. So Issa Rae has responded to your girl.
Yeah.
Amanda Seales.
If y'all remember, a while ago, Amanda Seales went on Club Shay Shay and she was talking about her experience on the Insecure set and her experience with Issa Rae and her publicist specifically at a Black Emmys after party. That was a while ago, and I didn't think Issa Rae was going to address it at all, but there was a panel or something that she had not too long ago, and she finally addressed it. Roll the tapes.
The whole Emmys thing is I wasn't even there. I was in New York.
The Emmys after party.
This morning like everybody else.
Did you or did you not force her? Because she used the word very clear. She used the word force. I had watched it. I think that.
I wanted two adults to, have a conversation and mend a relationship. Two adults who didn't like each other, and it didn't work out, and we got back to work.
And in that conversation,
so she pretty much.
And then also before that, she said the initial question that brought this up, she asked Issa, is there anybody that you've worked with that you wouldn't work with again? And Issa replies, anybody who went on a podcast to talk shit about me. She was like, I wouldn't work with people like that again.
Oh,
and
man.
then we obviously, like, the interviewer and the crowd knew what she was talking about, so it led to the rest of that conversation.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, it just seems like with Issa, she was just in a position where she just wasn't concerned about Amanda in the least bit.
She wasn't.
And she kind of just proved Amanda's point a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so I get both their sides, right? So from Amanda's side, I guess, like, this is my friend. I use that loosely. I don't know if they had a friendship.
Colleague.
Because but Amanda on her interview made it seem like she wanted her friend or whatever, because it seemed like more than a professional relationship if you want somebody to step in like that. Because that's something that
it felt like she wanted
HR
black
handles.
girl. She felt like she wanted black girl solidarity.
Yeah, so that would lean a little bit more towards like a friendship thing more than a professional relationship. Like, that's not something that you would expect of a professional relationship. So she wanted Issa to, like, kind of protect her and have her back and, like, I don't know, be that kind of person for her. But Issa on her side was like, first of all, I wasn't even fucking at that party. Like, I was nowhere to be found in the situation. This is my publicist, but, like, I wasn't fucking there. So that's number one. That's the main thing. And then number 2 is like, she was like, y'all are both grown. I facilitated the conversation for y'all to hash out your differences. But if that's not going to happen, then as a grown ass professional woman who has a bunch of shit on her plate, what the fuck else do you want me to do?
But we got to be honest though. That's not on code a little bit. Like that's not kind of how you would think a sister would
But
act
I don't
in
think
that.
Issa views Amanda as a sister.
I mean, but I think when you're in this position where there's very few of y'all in these like, you know, big time writer, starring in your own show kind of positions, like because we're the same color, I see someone like Amanda Seales saying like we kind of have to look out for each other in a real way. And I don't know the color of her publicist, but
that's a black woman
it's
also.
a black woman.
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, I could even see where it's like, even if we having a beef from Amanda Seales' point of view, is like, you are our point of contact. So there is a way that if you voice your opinion on something, we can kind of find a common ground in a way because you are our common ground.
So do you think that her facilitating the conversation after the fact wasn't her being the like middle point person?
Facilitating is a subjective word. You know what I'm saying? Facilitating, I mean, I could put y'all in the same area. I could put y'all in the same room.
Amanda said that she forced her to have that conversation. So if you keep referring back to Amanda's interview, she didn't want to have that like hashing things out conversation in the first goddamn place. And then she said that like when the publicist had called her and was like, oh, this is the reason, she was very sure. She was like, okay. And then just hung up. And then she called her back. So it was like I don't know. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do if you're not even willing to have a conversation with this person?
Mm-hmm. And wasn't it kind of the thing where it was like the publicist didn't like Amanda, but Amanda didn't have no opinion about the publicist?
Yeah. She was like, when the publicist called her, she was like, I kicked you out because I didn't like you. And Amanda was like, okay, that has nothing to do with me. Click, done. Like, what?
That's what she told us.
Yeah. That's exactly what Amanda said happened. So, like, how is this supposed to be fixed?
I mean, it's not going to be
if you don't give a fuck about why this lady don't like you. Should Issa fire her publicist because she doesn't like you?
No, but I would feel
should the publicist be reprimanded?
My thing is this is how I would kind of look at it. If we weren't, married, but we were still doing the show together, and we had a third party that was causing conjunction between us, I would want both of us to sit down, you, me, and that individual, and you help facilitate because you know me, you know them, and we can see where there's a middle ground.
I feel like that's a completely different situation because like
don't just give her my number and have her talk to me.
This show is the two of us, right? But in that situation, she was the talent.
Mm-hmm. Both of them were talent because Amanda's on the show too.
No, I'm talking about Amanda. Amanda was the talent.
Oh, yeah.
Issa wasn't the talent. She wrote. It was her shit.
But
it was her set.
She's a talent on the show too.
But it's her set.
But I'm saying is you have the both world view of it, so you can see things that I can't see, and
like
vice versa.
Issa was also talent, but like regardless of if Issa was talent or not, like that still would have been her set.
Yeah, but we're talking about the mere fact of the publicist and Amanda having an issue. The fact that you are our common ground is what I would expect as a friend or as a colleague in this kind of situation to be like, hey, no, you need.
My question is, on sets and things of this nature, is there not like an HR situation? Because that's who should have been handling the situation. Like if you like, that's
not necessarily.
That's my question. Is there HR on sets?
Well, yes, but she's not hired by the set. She's hired by Issa. That's Issa's employee.
But if she's there all the time,
I mean, you can ask her to leave, but that wasn't what Amanda had a problem with.
But I feel like I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't think it's Issa's responsibility.
No, but that still comes up in judgment of what kind of friend you are, what kind of individual you are, your character.
What kind of individual? Yeah, but I don't think Issa gave a fuck about Amanda.
I don't think Issa got good character either. I would think she would probably agree with that.
I genuinely we can't speak to that. We've never met the lady, but yeah. I don't think it doesn't come off that they were friends. I followed Issa and I watched her story all the time because she reminded me of me and my friends. I was like, if we were rich, this is how we would be acting. Like this is, and I used to watch everything she did, like the parties that she would throw with her friends and stuff. Amanda was never there. I didn't like, they're not friends. That's why I was like, why did you expect her to treat you like a friend when it never gave that. It gave like, this is a lady I hired.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I get
and
what
now
you're saying,
you got a
Rose.
problem with my publicist and you trying to make it my problem when like, you just work here.
Well, we all got to work together, so I can understand that. But I mean, it's just tough because Amanda does have this erratic personality that is kind of hard. Or she's been told by other people that she has this erratic personality. So it's hard to know what she is exaggerating. It's hard to know what Issa is holding back from.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, I can understand the points that they're making. Issa just seems to prove, and I think she's not meaning to do this, but she's kind of proving the implications of what Amanda was saying.
Yeah, I think it's obvious that Issa did not give a fuck about Amanda's feelings. Like, I want to make that clear. I don't think she gave a fuck about her feelings, but I don't think she had to.
I mean, she doesn't have to.
Like, especially if they weren't friends. If this is just somebody I hired, bitch,
but
hash it out.
But y'all have, like, that's the thing though, and that's the crazy part about this. And I guess we can kind of talk about this a little bit because it's on the topic. Y'all have rules that y'all make other people that aren't black women have to follow that y'all don't make each other follow. Like, there isn't a consistency with how y'all would judge a situation like that if a black woman do it. Just like with the whole, we were just talking about with Janet. There was a lot of black women who were like, oh, y'all need to be nice to Janet, yada, yada, yada. When it's like, when Kodak did that shit, or when somebody else who's black did that shit, it's a problem now when they on the Trump shit and all that.
Yeah, I feel like probably because Janet has never come, like, I've never seen anything like this about Janet before. I thot that shit that she said was dumb. I would just like her to continue shutting the fuck up from here on out.
My point is that there's not a consistent expectation.
I was very shocked that like Whoopi and all of the women who were trying to like make excuses for her when it was like she was attacking another black woman. So like, what the fuck? What stance do you take when a black woman is being a dumb bitch to another black woman? Like, there's no allegedly like no. Fuck. Like, there's no winning side for you to take in that situation.
There's no protocol.
Yeah, there isn't.
Because like I said, generally speaking, y'all would just jump to the side of the person who y'all identify with.
Yeah.
But in this situation, there is no code of conduct amongst yourselves to have that. Like, at least when niggas go through situations, I don't
think that's a black woman thing though. I think that's just a woman thing.
But I don't think y'all have a name for it. I don't think y'all address it the same way. Like, when niggas do it, we call you a sellout. We say we trying to be like the white man. Like, we have things to address when niggas start acting like that.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't nothing that I've heard y'all say that address it. Unless y'all calling a bitch a pick me, y'all ain't got too much other disparaging things to say to a chick. So yeah. But let's talk about the male Issa Rae, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, let me make a.
I mean, we're not done. We about to be done.
Okay, because I didn't see this on a list.
It's the Sinner movie. It was right there.
Oh yeah, I didn't
just want
see
to talk
anything about that.
You didn't see the trailer?
No.
All right, so Sinner movie just dropped its trailer. This is going to be a vampire movie. Essentially, it's Blade.
Okay.
Essentially, that's what it is.
I didn't watch the trailer.
It's it looks pretty good. I thought it was going to be one of those movies because I looked up, who was funding it and stuff like that. I believe it was. I want to say, was it Warner Brother? Could be wrong, but it's a $90 million budget for the movie.
Oh wow, that's a lot of money.
No, it's not. This is a low budget movie. $90 million. This is one of those. And I thought it was going to be one of those movies where they give you the 90 million, you pocket 50, and then you try to make the movie off for 40. But it's not like that, honestly. It comes off as one of those movies where he spent the whole 90. Like, the camera work was dope. If you look at the cinematography in it, it was really dope. It is, like I said, it's a $90 million budget, and it's being released by Warner Brothers. So it looks like in the production, it was Proximity. I think is that Michael B. Jordan's? No, it is a black filming company.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Ryan Coogler's. So
okay,
Ryan Coogler's, filming company. So no, this is, like I said, it's gonna be interesting. It's just funny that these guys have been associated with Marvel and things of that nature, and Marvel can't get their own vampire movie off the ground, and they did this. I can remember they announced this like last year that they were going to do this at the end of last year, and now it's about to come out. It's going to be crazy. I'm excited.
Marvel has a lot more on their plate than Ryan Coogler does no shade, but yeah, that's probably why it's taking them longer. It's probably a lot more hoops and politics for them to go through.
Mahershala Ali too. He's been having a lot of different criticisms about the scripts and things like that, so that's probably why too. But no, I'm excited. This seems like something up your alley, right?
Yeah, 100%. I didn't come across the trailer or anything.
I would just think you would be happy about this when we got the magical Negro movie that was so disappointing that we still haven't watched.
I started watching that movie on, I think it was Amazon Prime. I got through 20 minutes of that movie, and then he started dating a white girl, and then I just fucking stopped. That movie is garbage. I don't know. They should have never made that bullshit ass movie, and all you fucking niggers who read that script and decided to be a part of that movie, I guess y'all needed a bag real quick. I don't fucking like any of y'all, and for the rest of y'all careers, I'm not going to be supporting any of you, because what the fuck is that nonsense? What the fuck is that nonsense? Y'all making me mad all over again.
One thing I know I'm going to be a little upset with is Michael B. Jordan's accent in this, because it's definitely nigger Jim out of Huckleberry Finn.
Oh no.
It's definitely that kind of accent.
Is he Southern in the movie?
Hold on, I'm going to see if I can go to the part where he talks about this. Hold on. Because he's like, yeah, brother. And I'm going to see if I can find that scene. Here it is. Oh, I did find it. I'm fine. So this is from the Sinner movie.
I seen men die in ways I ain't even know was possible.
When is this timed?
It's in slavery.
Love you, brother.
Okay.
Be careful.
Love you, brother. So be careful. That's going to be the most annoying part of the movie.
I'm really tired of movies based on slavery, but at least y'all did a little mystical shit with it and added some vampires. So I guess I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, it's not slavery time. It's probably more like the South, probably 50s maybe.
Okay.
Maybe early. Well, no, because they got
just
animals.
Not a good time for the blacks, regardless.
Yeah, it's they're rural, so it's kind of hard to tell. It'd probably be anywhere between early 50s, early 1900s. That's where it seems like. But that voice is annoying. I don't want to hear that for 2 hours.
No, but we're gonna go see it regardless.
Yeah, more than likely.
Yeah.
We won't pirate it. We'll go in the theaters for you. You know another movie I didn't like what Michael B. Jordan did? The one he did with Jamie Foxx. Did you see that movie? Oh man, you gotta check that movie out. Jamie Foxx did an amazing. He acted circles around Michael B. Jordan.
Jamie Foxx is a Renaissance man.
And he's capturing racism on his phone. You see him catch Jerry Jones?
Oh my God! Nah, we got to talk about that because Jerry Jones, Jamie Foxx was on live, right? Because there's no way he would have posted this. Jamie Foxx is on live, and Jerry Jones, who owns which football team?
Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Cowgirls.
In the background, talk about just a man's measurements. He's talking about he weighs this much, he's this tall, he has this wide of a wingspan. Pause. 8.5-inch dick. What?
Giving a nigga a half is sick.
How did you know that? Because the NFL is not measuring dicks. If y'all are, put out those measurements. Give us the data. But I know that the NFL is not measuring dicks. Also, is it 8.5 inches hard or soft? How did you notice? When did you eyeball this? Did you just walk? Is Jerry? He's just walking into the
Jerry been the owner of the Cowboys.
He's just walking into the locker rooms after the games, just
Jerry been owner of the Cowboys since the 90s. He know how to eyeball some black dick.
Eyeballing 8.5 inches of long black dick is absolutely insane. I am so appalled at that. I'm appalled and I'm interested at the same time.
Yo, this nigga was at the fucking first time they let colored people in schools, yo. This nigga got a long
and you
history
own
of
your
racism.
own team of niggers. That's crazy.
His grandparents own niggas.
And you own niggas too.
At the very least, his grandparents own. He know how to eyeball some nigga dick. That was just, he know a man dingo when he see one. Get him?
I'm just, which player was he talking about?
No, see, now we gotta check.
No. I'm just saying, how did you, what situation were you able to see this man's dick?
You know what he was doing though. He was just doing the racism joke. The whole, bidding war. Oh, he 6'4" nigga right here though. Big strong nigga right here. Come get your big nigga right here.
Yeah, he was just
long man dingo nigga right here.
He was just giving off the measurements. Like, do you want this nigger here? We can trade him. You can give me your nigger. I'll give you my nigger.
That's what it is for him.
Terrible.
This is what it is for him. That shit was sick though. That was some violent and vile shit right there.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx has to be stopped. But I do want to talk about this before we wrap up. T.I. and Lil Boosie. Now, I have gone on this show and I have been extremely hard on these individuals who I feel like have been doing this 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing, especially when you pushing 40. Like, that shit is ridiculous. But for the first time, and
they're both ridiculous caricatures of nigga.
But at least this is the shit I be asking for though. At least take the mask off at one point. At least show us that this is a character.
The mask off?
This is showing us that this is a character more than they
I
ever
think this
have.
is a completely opposite of taking the mask off. I think they still have the mask on and they're just changing the decorations on the mask.
No, I think
I thought that. Are you gonna play it?
I'm gonna play a little bit of it, but
I don't think that we need to. You can play a little bit
it's
of it.
It's only
though.
a minute, so that's what I'm saying. We can
play about 15 seconds of that bullshit.
Let me see. I was talking good for y'all.
And this is T.I.'s son and Lil Boosie's son who just doing a music video.
I can't believe it, man. And you got a gun in your book there? So motherfucking 12 pull up and they say, hey, who do you belong to? Who raised their hand? Somebody got to raise their hand. I've been seeing him around too here a lot. You gonna raise your own hand? I've been seeing him around too. Huh? Well, when you got drugs, it ain't.
Okay, that's enough.
Well, later on he explains to them the drug thing. Now there's a whole bunch of cameras out here, so you can tell this is like for a show or something that they're doing.
I just thought this was so stupid and performative. After T.I. and Boosie, you were fucking Rubber Band Man. Fucking, you were like the start of trap music. You were one of the pioneers of trap. You have a whole trap museum dedicated to this lifestyle that has decimated black communities all over the goddamn United States. That is the pedestal of which you made your goddamn career, and in the pedestal that your son was able to stand on and do this bullshit with his big ass teeth too. Boosie, same shit, nigga. You weren't exactly making uplifting music to the black community. You haven't uplifted the black community ever in your fucking life. And then you want to get in front of these cameras, in front of a whole group of people, and finally start raising your goddamn sons after both of them are hoodlums? Both of them. Both of them.
My thing is this. This is better than any kind of grandstanding I've seen anywhere else. This has been some of the best performative grandstanding
it wasn't a good performance to me at all.
I mean, you could feel that way, and I can understand why
it was
you would.
Very lackluster.
My
and
thing
it was
is this:
weak as fuck.
We never get this where he's criticizing them, telling them the law. Like usually what we get is like, oh, y'all boys got to relax, y'all boys got to chill out,
We got a lot of that from T.I. on T.I. and Tiny Family Hustle, but you didn't watch that.
I watched it a little bit with my mom, but no, I'm just saying, like, we never got these guys to be for real and like show that, hey, what you see is a character on TV, on the music. Me for real, I don't endorse this. And at least to see that,
these are conversations that you should have been having with your sons the whole time that y'all were raising them. The fact that
it's tough when you're on the road.
You put your career,
and T.I. been in jail too, just like Boosie.
You put your career in decimating the black community ahead of raising your sons, and now your sons are doing the same things.
And they're way less wavy.
Yeah, contributing to the terrible imagery that hip hop has put on a pedestal for the entire fucking time. They're just doing the same thing. He's stunting like his daddy, both of them, and then you want to, like, in front of cameras, in front of a whole crowd of people, finally start fucking raising your sons. Like, this shit is like, it's fallen on deaf ears. Both of those kids, like, at this point, they're not fucking listening to you because they could pull up you doing the same thing on YouTube. How many times? Like, you need to lead by
that's the person you
with
listen
children.
to, though.
With children, you need to lead by example. How many times have you seen your parents do one thing and then tell you to do another, and you don't respect what they're telling you to do because they have not led you by example? You need to lead your children by example.
But I think you're falling into a narrative that forces you to have to be perfect to be able to criticize.
You don't have to be perfect. You just need to learn from your mistakes.
Listen. But what the narrative that you just espoused for what you said in your criticism of them, that means they can't spew anything because of their past. And I don't believe that. I believe because of their past, they're the ones who should be at the forefront of doing this. They should be doing all the corny little y'all niggas need to put the guns down shit.
Yeah, I just think these niggas.
And T.I.'s done that too. He had the snitching commercial.
These niggas is 20-something years old now. Like, you started too late.
I mean, you can say that. I mean, again, you can say that. I'm not upset with it. It's way better. And again, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I ain't gonna say the nigga name. The $1 million worth of game, nigga, and what happened is way better than what they was over there promoting.
Yeah.
The shit, they was promoting the music. They was promoting the videos.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened there. So, and then if I'm T.I., this is a recent video, and I'm T.I., I don't think it's recent. I think him and Boosie may be at odds.
And then, like...
But, you know, T.I. just got that $71 million lawsuit.
Yeah, for the OMG girls.
Yeah, so that nigga lit.
Yeah.
Nigga, yeah, we clean up all our acts around here, motherfucker.
I also am wondering how they're going to split that money up.
Oh, I feel bad. I know that little girl probably ain't going to see shit. That's the Hyman girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't. You deserve it, but you ain't going to see shit.
Oh, is it? No, that's not her.
Okay.
That's the older one. That's not Tiny's daughter.
Okay.
I don't think. Okay. She's T.I.'s daughter, but from a previous. But then the other girls in the group, I mean. Like there were
how they
multiple
split up with them?
Yeah, there were multiple girls in the group.
Wasn't
it was probably T.I. and Tiny's. Yeah, Reginae
wasn't it?
I think Reginae was part of that group, but I think it was probably T.I. and Tiny, like probably paying for the lawyers and like fighting and
they were the ones who took it to court. So
yeah, so I don't think that's going to be a fair split.
Depends on what the contract. Well, I would hope Wayne wouldn't let his daughter sign some bullshit.
I mean, but if it's a lawsuit after the fact.
But the lawsuit after
how much are they going to get from that?
Well, if the lawsuit goes into them saying they're an OMG, whoever owns OMG, like if it's just T.I.,
that's who would get the money.
But I would hope if you're going to have our daughters get into this together. And did you see how the blatant that shit was too?
Yeah, it was very apparent.
Egregious. I was like, what?
Yeah, Reginae, she was in that, and then Baja Rodriguez.
Nah, they should at least. I don't know if they should probably split it 3 ways, like down to 3 ways. But I can definitely see Reginae walking away with about 12 million. 13.
It was like it was a very like they stole their swag 100%.
Yeah, it was right off the shelf. Yeah, I think we got everything we really want to do. Except the Haitians, I just report on it. The Haitian nonprofit is going to file criminal charges on Trump and Vance for spewing that nasty rhetoric.
Yeah, just. I'm glad that it's being taken to court so it can be refuted. I just thought it was so stupid in the first place that it shouldn't have gained this much traction because it was just such a ridiculous lie. Mm-hmm. Like I saw this and I just thought it was a funny, like, obviously this is Trump just saying bullshit. Like nobody needs to think this is true, but it has snowballed into a thing of its own. And they're pressing charges against Trump and Vance, and there's absolutely no proof or evidence that there were any pets being hurt or eaten in the state of Ohio or anywhere else at all. So like, it's like low key, it's not something that we've already addressed it, and it's not something that I want to keep talking about because it's just so blasphemous and ridiculous. Like I don't want to keep giving it power.
No, I feel you. I just thought I'd bring it up since they're doing some challenges up there.
Yeah.
No, but I understand your feeling. The fact that we were attacked. Someone put a fucking dog in our yard.
Let's sign out.
Just say it. Nigga did. Yo. That shit, some crackers came in our yard and did that, yo. That's exactly what I'm putting it up on there. And then also your betrayal. This woman here, okay? The woman that I've given my existence to. You know what I seen her do? She was watching a show that me and her started together. Season 2 just came out and I just walk in the room and she's just willy-nilly 40 minutes in watching the show. I'm supposed to trust you. I'm supposed to love you.
I don't know what to tell you.
And you just destroy. Like the thing about this show is this was one of the first shows we ever watched as a couple together. We shared things. We opened up to each other to this show and it just meant nothing to you, huh?
Don't remember a single second of it.
Yeah, horrible lady here.
I forgot I watched the show. I had to watch a YouTube recap to even remember that I watched the first season.
So I guess
I don't know. I stopped watching it after he walked in. I was like, okay. I wasn't even enjoying it. I was like, this is boring as fuck. How did I get through the first season? That's what I was thinking.
It wasn't boring though.
No, but the first season wasn't boring. But the second season, I don't know. It wasn't starting out great. It's Tell Me Lies. We're talking about Tell Me Lies, by the way, on Hulu.
Man,
that show is white as fuck too. How did I get through that?
Even the black girl is white.
The black girl is literally white.
Yeah. The black girl on the show is white. The fucking all the black guys on there, they pretty much the
There's
whitest
one
black
guy. There's one black guy.
And he's the whitest black guy you'll meet.
Yeah, he's PWI. He gives PWI.
He's an Oreo. All right. Anything to finish up besides Philip Lewis? He had to apologize for him and his Nigerian friends calling people black people akuta. You hear about that? You know who Philip Lewis is? You do know. He's the nigga he the black guy that always got the news on Twitter. He got the black emoji. I mean, the black guy. You see his face and then you see like the sky. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's him. But you ready to go? Her looks so tired.
Yeah.
Gonna wrap it up. Sure you don't want to cuss nobody out before we leave?
No, I cursed everybody out the way I wanted to curse everybody out. I want Cardi. I want there to be a dick in your mouth right now. I want there to be a dick in your mouth right now. That's not Takeoff. So I hope there is.
Takeoff is passed.
I hope there's somebody. I hope your pussy is being slurped
you
up.
Said Takeoff.
Oh, what's his name?
Offset.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
I wish Takeoff dick was in your mouth right now, but that's not possible.
Okay, here we go. All right, well, let's wrap the show up now. You just like to. Then you want to do it with black men too. You never do it with any other group.
But listen, I don't care about white people business.
So you can still.
Who white people business do I give a fuck about?
More of a reason why you shit on them.
Like what?
Life is a labor of love, so let's keep building these moments together. And remember, your job is not your family, and the only thing you should be exploiting is these corporations. And make sure you're ignoring these uninteresting, boring, lame-ass, loser-ass niggas.
And make sure you cheat back. Cheat back. Follow us on all of the social media at talk.fnf.tv on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And like, subscribe, leave a little comment. Tell us if you would cheat back, and if you wouldn't, you a pussy ass bitch. Bye.
Top 5 is free.